Hello, my name is Alexis, and we are on day 43 of me paying myself to live and work like a full-time writer, just minimally, only enough to get by from month to month. It all ends in June of next year, when I have to rejoin the working world. And let's see what we have to do today. It is currently 4:27 in the morning, and I've got poems to look through.
I am back, and it's normal human daytime hours. So this morning was kind of like a start-stop kind of thing. I went through each of the poems that were left in the poems to be edited or cut, and was reading through each one, and my brain was getting increasingly more and more befuddled. And I think that's because I've also got in the back of my mind, you got 3 rejections this week, you got 3 rejections this week. And that's been kind of shaking my confidence, as it does with any writer. But as with any writer who wants to write, you just keep going, even when your confidence is shaken. So I ended up editing down one of the shorter poems again, and I think I got it into a much better shape, and I think that I got it into some sense that makes sense with what I'm trying to achieve with this overall collection about grief and loss and death when you lose a parent. And then I took a break because I was like, I don't know what the F I'm doing. Hence the back of the head, your confidence is shaken. So I just wrote a little haiku and shared it on Instagram. And then I was going to give up, but then I came back to this and I was like, well, why don't you just go through each poem again and write your notes down on with the question in mind, what are you trying to illustrate? And if you cannot answer that question, then cut the poem. And because I asked that question, I gave myself really good notes on actually thematically and emotionally what I'm trying to achieve with each poem that will help inform me better in the revision process, and maybe even in how I shape the poem overall. And I was able to cut 2 poems that I think I held on to them for this long because there are 2 or 3 lines in each poem that I am absolutely deeply in love with, because it took me a long time to craft those 2 or 3 lines in each of the poems. And it's hard to let your darlings go. It's hard to kill your darlings, but I'm killing those ones and putting them on the back burner. So yeah, I've made good progress with the poetry collection, and now that I have the notes for that question, what are you trying to illustrate in this poem, what feeling are you trying to evoke, I think I have a better idea of how I want to revise the poem so I can come back stronger tomorrow. I've just done some updates on my record keeping for all the things I got rejected for in the past week, and I think I'm going to do a little bit more admin work. I'm going to read some things for my classes coming up the week after next weekend, and that's that for me today.